Hi, this is Bella Caroli, and I'm over at my voice teacher's house today for a lesson on a German song I'm going to be singing in October. And I happen to have one of the foremost teachers in the United States, Gary Colombo, who has been a Broadway star, starred in musicals and plays and probably movies as well. Mm-hmm. And he is going to talk to me today a little bit about this German piece, Einmal am Rhein, which is once on the Rhine, and one time on the Rhine, literal translation. And it's a lovely German little waltz, and he's going to talk to me about the music and phrasing and things like that.
Good. Well, I always begin with is understanding of the lyrics, because music with lyrics is a communication, and if we don't understand what we're saying and we can't really put the right emotion behind it, we want to be able to communicate the lyric in such a way as the audience receives it. It's different than music because we get wrapped up in melody, we get wrapped up in the sound and all that. It's not quite often we don't really allow the words to be the communicating part. In this particular piece here, because it is a waltz, it has a bounce to it, it's easy to get into a lyrical feel and then miss the real timing of what the sentence is saying. So be careful of that. You had mentioned earlier today that you've often just decided to take your breaths where you normally take them as if you were speaking. That works sometimes in music, but it depends on how the composer wrote it. Sometimes it doesn't work completely that way. You may want to take a phrase and take it into the next phrase if you've got enough breath to do it and carry the whole thought through, rather than make it sound like a limerick or a poem.
This one is, the phrasing is not really marked in this particular piece.
So it's up to you.
So, yeah.
It is, however, in the melody, in the musical melody, it is marked in the sense that you know where the slurs are and where the holds are, and you've got words over those. You can make them slur without taking a breath in between.
Right. In the first phrase, the first part of the sentence, first sentence in there is actually kind of a long one. Mm-hmm. It goes half across the full staff and into the second staff. So
in that first phrase, you've got 8 bars in the first line, and the way the music is written, you probably want to take your breath after the 4th bar.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, that's because otherwise you're not going to have enough air to carry the thought all the way through. Yeah. You want to try singing it?
We can try that.
All right, let's try that a little bit.
Off pitch on that one, I think, but that's, it's a little hard on. Yeah, all right.
Try that phrase again.
One of the things about this guy, he's got a 5-octave range, and he can sing something in my range. Yes, all right.
So let's do that right there.
Let's see. Yes.
Yeah. And remember that your stomach controls a lot of your air. So as you have a longer phrase, pull in on your stomach so you can maintain that phrase. The air is already in your lungs. You've got to push it up against the diaphragm to get it out.
Which is something I sometimes forget to do, and all of a sudden, whoops!
Yeah, it's amazing how much air we actually have if we use our diaphragm that way, or our stomach under our diaphragm that way. We can't control the diaphragm directly, but we can control the stomach muscles.
All right. Well, I think our time is up already. It's too bad, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Gary Colombo, and I'm very proud to have him as my teacher, and very fortunate to have him as my teacher.
And I'm honored.
And so anyway, I will say goodbye for now.